I look crazy and I have a ton of marks on my face, but I'm super excited to film this video because we're going to be doing a all drugstore type of look, from face to eyes to everything. And let me just say, do not come for me that I did my brows off of camera, because it's just that we're going to be here for like 40 minutes if I sat here and I did my brows with you guys on top of everything else. But I just want to say I did go in with a drugstore brand for my brows, and I went in with the L.A Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. The color that I use is in the shade, I believe, Blackest Brown. I've used it so much that the name has actually rubbed off, but this is what this looks like. So we're just going to start this video, and I'm going to start off with a moisturizer, and I'm going to be going into my L.A Girl Pro Prep HD Moisturizer. This has a little bit of a color. Actually, no, this is the colorless one, which hydrates your skin. I'm just going to pop a little bit on the back of my hand here and just swipe this all over my face. It's weird. I have actually been liking to apply my moisturizer like as if it's like war paint. I think it's just more of a aesthetic feeling. Okay, I think I need to pull this hair back because I feel like it's just like gonna get in the way of pretty much everything. Let's go into a primer, and the primer that I actually have been using, and you're gonna see I really do personally love it. It is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is really comparable to the Tatcha, what is this? The Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. You can tell, really great primer, and I really do love it. I will say this is more of a primer that I use when I'm going to work, where I don't really want to use my expensive stuff, but I do use a lot of this primer just because it doesn't fill in my pores as much as my Tatcha Silk Canvas, but it does do the job. You just have to use a little bit more product, if that makes any sense. Alright, for foundation, we're going to be doing a little bit of a cocktail. You guys know that I love mixing foundations, and I'm going to first go in to my L.A Girl Pro Matte. This is in the shade Caramel. It is super duper dirty, but I'm just going to pop a little bit of this on a tray here, and then I'm going to be mixing a little bit of my Morphe foundation. This is their Fluidity Full Coverage Foundation. I'm in the shade F3.60, so I'm just popping a little bit of this right in the middle of that LA Girl, and let's just mix this up with a back of a brush. So I like mixing these two foundations because the LA Girl, they're actually both really matte foundations, but the colors mixed together are really nice. So that's just kind of why I like to do this little cocktail right here. So I'm going to be going in and blending this out using my e.l.f. Total Body and Face Sponge. Okay. Just look at the difference. Foundation, no foundation. Oh my gosh. The girl looks crazy. Okay, now that we're looking a little bit more normal, let's go into cream contour. And I'm going to be using my L.A Girl Pro Concealer. This is in the shade Beautiful Bronze, and no surprise here. Popping this in the normal areas here. So just a little quick story. If you guys follow me on Instagram, first of all, you guys probably would have seen that Amrezy is coming out with a new palette with Anastasia Beverly Hills, which I am going to be purchasing. I'm not on their PR list, but the palette looks really nice. So I'm going to be purchasing that palette for you guys and doing a review. It comes out, I believe, January 19th, so be on the lookout for that. I just also want to say, so Amrezy did like a 40-minute long tutorial up on Instagram for her IGTV, and the way she does her foundation and like base application is so different from what, like, I guess us millennials are like used to doing our foundation. So she literally puts on concealer first and then contour, and then she'll go into foundation, which is like the complete opposite of how I've ever done my my face routine. But I did try it out with you guys up on Instagram. I don't think it's gonna be up when this video goes live, but I actually really like it. It actually does really work. And the amount of product that I used for foundation was significantly less. And my base actually looks really, really nice. It was still full coverage, but it looks a little bit more natural, if you know what I mean. But if you guys do follow me on Instagram, you would have already seen that and you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you don't, you should really follow me. And the link is down below if you do want to follow. I'm much more active on Instagram and you see a little bit more about my life and my personality. Let's go on to concealer. Let's see what concealer I'm going to use. Let's go into this one. So I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. This is in the shade Amber. And just for shits and giggles, I'm going to pop on a little bit of this one as well. This is the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer. This is in the shade Hazelnut Medium. I'm just going to pop this like on the cheekbone area. This is a really, really nice dewy concealer. It has more of like medium, natural medium coverage. And let's just quickly blend this out. So one reason why I love doing videos like this is because you guys can really see that you don't need to go out and buy really, really expensive products to get a full glam look. Like you can see like my face is like full coverage, super glammed up here, and I really didn't use products that are like, honestly, no more than like $15. I'm going to be honest, I don't really have a lot of setting powders that are from the drugstore that I really, really like. But the only one that I do have is this one from L.A Girl. This is their HD Pro Powder. The one that I use is in the shade Banana Yellow, which is a really, really nice shade for our skin tone. You can tell that just like blended all of my pores away. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to be going into my Morphe Filter Effect Powder. This is in the shade Filter, Filter 10. A really great powder. I am clearly obsessed with it. And we're just going to lightly pop this everywhere else where we didn't put that loose powder here. Okay, moving on to one of my favorite parts. This is a bronzer, and I'm going to be going into the Morphe Megastar Glama bronzer, and I'm going to be taking my Hoola Benefits brush here. I love going really ham on bronzer, if you guys haven't noticed. For blush, I'm actually going to be mixing two. I'm going into my e.l.f. Primer Infuser blush, and this is the Essence Matte Touch Blush. This is in the shade Berry Me Up. Two really, really great brushes. They're kind of in the same color tone, color family, but they are a little bit different in regards to the undertones. Super, super pigmented. It hurts my heart that I can't go into my Ofra Cosmetics Glow Gold highlighter, but we're going to be going into this one. This is from Milani. This is their Rose Glow Stellar Lights palette, and I've actually really, really liked this palette. I haven't used it in a really long time, and I love the gold shade here. Alright, let's go ahead and set everything. I'm going to be using my L.A Girl setting spray here. Hi! Okay, not quite sure how we got to yellow and blue, but here we are. This is what we're going to be doing. So the palette that I used was the L.A Girl Fierce and Wild palette. And this is what this bad boy looks like. I talked a lot about this palette. It is a great, great palette. So we're going to be mixing two shades, which is these two right here. I believe they're in the name Dusk and Sarah. And we are popping this in at the upper crease area, and I'm actually going to be dragging this down my nose contour just a touch because I just want everything to be connected, and it actually brings up your eyes and makes it a little bit more catty as well. Alright, to deepen this up a little bit more, we're going to be going into the shades Spark and Impulse here. And we're basically placing the shadow the same place we put our transition shade, just a little bit lower and tighter. Okay, now because I just want it to be a little bit more darker, I am going to go into a little bit of the black shade with a small blending brush. This is the JH40, one of my favorite brushes. And I'm only placing this black shadow right here in this upper crease. Alright, let's cut out this crease. We're doing a half cut crease. I'm going in the back with that Loreal concealer and putting a little bit on the back of my hand here and holding my breath and cutting this crease out. Okay, while that is still wet, I'm going to be going into the yellow shade right here. You're placing this all over the concealer. Okay, I'm going to move on to my lower lash line just for a little bit, and I'm going to be mixing these two blue shades right here, which is the shade Sky and Arctic. I will say I am taking most of Arctic than opposed to Sky, and we're just popping this right on this lower lash line. And we're going to wing this out pretty far out. Okay, for this inner corner highlight, I'm mixing in a little bit of this color Fierce and as well as Aurora. I don't think I'm saying that right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to speed this up and I'm going to put on the rhinestones here. I'm just going in with a little bit of lash glue and of course the same rhinestone pack that I've always been using. Can't you drink less and find your soulmate like it's so easy? Hallelujah. Okay, super duper easy. I'm gonna go off camera, do some liner and some lashes, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is what everything is looking like. So the lashes that I went into were Kiss Lashes in the style Gala. And I will also say for my inner corner, no, for my waterline, I went into this L.A Girl Shockwave Neon Liner. This is in the shade Electric. Okay, for lips, I'm just going to keep you guys zoomed in since we're already here. I'm going to line my lips here and I'm using my Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner. This is in the color Plum Together. And for lipstick, we're going to go into the NYX Shout Aloud Satin Lipstick. This is in the shade A La Mode. And we're just going to like lightly just tap this. And going back into my liner and blending this out. Alright guys, so this is the end of the video. I hope you guys really like it. If you do, let me know in the comments below. But thank you always for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye! Hold up, let me zoom you guys in though before you go so you can see the perfection that we are working with here. Beautiful. Okay, bye! Oh my gosh, I have lipstick on my teeth. Oh my god. I feel it, me vibes and I don't care, girl, even if my foot's hurting me. So keep working it. My girl, come and keep working it. Tell them